One of the most common mistakes that startup founders make is thinking that a brilliant idea will solve your problems. Of course, having a good idea is important, especially when you're raising money and building a team. But no matter how brilliant your idea is, it's just the start of your startup journey, a journey where you'll see your idea change and evolve in ways you could never have predicted. Today, I'm going to show you what it takes to turn a good idea into a great product. To figure this out, let's hear from Laura Klein, a veteran UX designer and product manager, author of Build Better Products and UX for Lean Startups, that will help you avoid the most common product design mistakes and build a product your customers will love. Here's Laura's take on the biggest mistake that startup founders make and what to do instead. Stick around to the end and find out how to get your own free product design cheat sheet.
Having ideas is really fun, right? Let's all just agree that like sitting around and having a drink going, wouldn't it be cool if like, and then just coming up with also, in the future, we're going to build this thing and it's going to be amazing. And that's so much fun because in our minds, like, right, like we can see ourselves being successful and, cashing the $1 billion check. And, we can all talk about this on our yachts and it'll be fabulous. And then we just build it exactly as it came out of our heads or as close out of our heads as we can get it. And unsurprisingly, it's not used. It's not useful or usable or what people wanted or something that I could sell. Instead of starting from the idea, you need to start from who's the person that you're helping? What's the problem that you're solving? When people come to me with like, I have an idea, why don't we? I say, okay, well, what's that going to achieve? Well, and then they say, it's going to do this. And I said, okay, well, let's name 5 other things that would do this for us. It's going to improve our acquisition strategy. Okay, great. Let's come up with 5 other things that would improve our acquisition. Just, potentially. I mean, maybe they're all worse. I don't know. But all I know is that when you just come from the idea, you didn't think of those other 5 things. And make sure that the ideas are all for the same purpose. In my role as a product manager, I get a lot of people coming like, we should do this. We should do this. We should do this. It's like, okay, everything you just said would be fantastic for, say, retention of this particular type of user. And I get it. I'm hearing you. However, a retention of that particular type of user is 99%. And a retention of this other type of user is 5%. I'm making numbers up, but this happens, right? Do we want to spend a lot of time retaining that last 1%? Or do we maybe want to look at why we're only retaining 5% of this other type of user? What's the goal that we are trying to achieve as a business? And okay, great. I'm going to evaluate any ideas based on whether or not I think they have any hope of improving the thing that is the most important thing for me to improve right now. And if I don't know if they're going to improve things, then I am going to run an experiment of some sort that is a small manual experiment, or I'm going to ask the person. Somebody comes in and they say, we really need to add video. And I say, great. Is that something that you could do without me and without the tech team? Maybe you could post the videos password protected on Vimeo. I'm totally happy to work with them to create an experimentation plan around whatever it is that they want to do. You need to focus on exactly who you're building for, and it is a smaller group than you think at first. And if you go back and you look at big successful products now, even things like Facebook and Apple, if you look at the first few months and years of them, they were for a much smaller audience than you think, right? The Facebook was being released to a few more colleges. And that's fine. That's better because you can actually solve the problems of a fairly small, cohesive, coherent group of people that you can get out and meet and understand. And then later, when you've absolutely dominated that market, you can find adjacent markets, or you can add functionality that will make it appealing to more broadly. But the worst thing that you can do is build for everybody. I often get pushback where they're like, well, what, we'll just add more people and we'll just build. And I'm like, no. small team, building a small, coherent thing, get it right, and then you can expand. But if you try to expand early, oh man, like it just becomes this giant mess. Like you get tech debt, you get design debt, you get a million features that nobody wants, you get something that nobody understands. It's a nightmare. It doesn't matter how good the product is that you build or how much, the people who use it love it, if you don't have sort of a strategy for growing the product, and vice versa. It doesn't matter how good you are at marketing and selling if you don't have something that people fundamentally want and can use. Those are both incredibly important and interrelated. One of the mistakes that I see a lot of product people make is that they just think about the product. If you're lucky, they also think about the user, which is incredibly important. But you also need to think about the business and the marketing and the growth strategy. The most important thing I've learned, I think, is that this stuff's all interrelated. Product, UX, marketing, we're all building stuff for humans in order to probably make money, or to reach some business goal. So we need to think about all those things.
So remember, if you want to build successful products, don't fall in love with your first idea. Instead, fall in love with solving a real problem for real customers, and run experiments to figure out how to satisfy both your customers' needs and your business goals. Want to put these powerful ideas to work? Good news, we've created a free product design cheat sheet. You can grab that cheat sheet now at gamethinking.io/product. The link is in the description. And if you want more great product design tips, check out these videos too. I know you'll love them. Let's get smarter together. I'll see you next week.